If that's all you're seeing, if that's all you're being fed is good about our country, and we can't even provide for the motherfuckers that are doing that for us, what do we have? What do we have at that point? All right, let's move on. So, the Republicans have shot down yet another bill that would seem to contradict their values. You know, first it was feeding babies. And Republicans love to talk about how much they love babies, to the extent that they love babies before they're even babies, right? But when they're fetuses and zygotes, they love their fetuses and zygotes. And yet they, a while back, you may remember they voted against a bill to feed babies. Just basic formula shit, right? Oh, here's a bill where we give food to babies, yay or nay. And then thankfully it passed, I believe. But the Republicans were like, nah, no, too much for us, right? And they're at it again, folks. And this time they did succeed in literally being demons. The Senate blocks the House-passed bill expanding access to VA healthcare and disability benefits for veterans exposed to toxins during their military service in the PACT Act from advancing to final passage. 60 votes were needed. We got 55 to 42. So, it seems like, from what I read, it looks like 3 people abstained. 41 of the nays were Republicans. Now, I don't know who the Democrat was. I can take a guess, but 41 Republicans decided, no, fuck the VA, fuck the veterans, actually. We hate them. Why would we give them money? Why would we give them healthcare or anything good, really? All they did was serve our country in the way that we say is like the best thing that you can do, actually, as a human being is being in the military. But fuck them. No. It's great. Babies should have to work for their meals. That's right. It's either mansion or cinema. That would be my guess. Schumer switched his vote from yes to no. So it was Chuck Schumer. Entered a motion to reconsider the failed cloture vote on the PACT Act to allow for a second vote to take place at another time. 8 Senate Republicans, Boozman, Capito, Collins, Graham, Grassley, Hoeven, VA ranking member Moran, and Rubio joined all Democrats in voting yes to advance the PACT Act, and the rest said no. 41 Senate Republicans, including McConnell, Thune, and Armed Services ranking member Inhofe, how do you pronounce that? Inhofe? Filibustered the House-passed PACT Act, voting no against advancing it to final passage. There's your list of ghouls, okay? There it is. These are the people that just, they don't think that military veterans should have medical treatment. So that's cool. Inhofe, thank you. Thank you, Alex. We can have that discussion when we're not having this one. This is a sad day in the U.S. Senate. Senate VA Chair John Tester, after the GOP filibustered the House-passed PACT, that's such a fucking tongue twister, House-passed PACT Act 55 to 42. The American people are sick and tired of the games that go on in this body. True. I replied to this comment because it's a perfect representation of like everything that the conservatives... No, actually, this is the wrong comment. Here we go. This is the one I was thinking of. Whenever conservatives see their representatives vote against things that are just ostensibly good, like there's nothing bad about them, they always jump to their favorite talking point. The Democrats filled it with pork. They filled it with pork spending. They're getting Gucci belts for everybody, Gucci handbags for everybody. They said the veterans deserve health care. But then also, we're going to get Gucci bags and belts for everybody, along with Lamborghinis. And that's why the Republicans said no, because that's stupid. Literally what she said was, a quick Google search explains why Republicans didn't support it. And as always on both sides with the bills, it has clauses to exploit overspending on non-veterans things. If Dems and Reps would just put forth bills without the extra BS, things would get done. And all you have to ask them is, where's the extra spending? Where's the extra spending? Also, yes, pass it the fuck anyway. Yeah, let's all get Gucci shit. But also, where is the extra spending? Where is it? Because, I looked through the bill myself, like a little bit. I didn't sit there and dig through it or nothing. But I briefly looked through it right here. Because I replied to this person, oh, it was deleted. Get fucked. He was saying that there's extra spending. That's hilarious. I just replied with, how about you point it out specifically? Better yet, just tell us which section it's in. That'll suffice. And there's not a single section here where I would take issue with much of it. Okay. I mean, the ones that where I kind of squint my eyes a little bit, I guess, are increase of maximum amount of incentive pay for department pharmacist executives. Okay. But I don't know. it's fine. We can print more money. It's not a big deal, you know? Like none of this in here screams pork spending to me is my point. And you can look through it. It's all it all seems at least visually reasonable. You know? Here's their line of logic. This is an ostensibly good bill. It's named something good. It does something good. And yet my Republican representatives decided to vote against it. Now, why could that be? Well, it can't be because my Republican representatives are bad. That can't be it at all. Of course not, because the Democrats are bad, and we know the Democrats are bad. So the Republicans are the good guys in this. Why did they vote against it? Well, it has to be because the Democrats wanted to spend extra money on things, right? That has to be it. And yet they can never point out specifically where the extra spending was. This motherfucker deleted his comment instead of answering me. Look at that. And I guarantee you, by the way, whoever that was, and I forget who it was, that person will never change their opinion. They will continue to go around saying, well, it's pork spending. The Democrats put pork spending in the bill, and never be able to point it out, ever. It's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, like I said, even if it was Gucci spending, pass it anyway. Like, who cares? So I'll tell you who was not happy about it, besides me and, you know, various other groups of people. And I hope that a lot of those are Republicans, honestly. I hope that a lot of Republicans looked at this and was like, that's fucked up. This is too much, right? I want Republican voters to be questioning their representatives. But Jon Stewart was also not very happy with it. So let's watch his full remarks here. It's 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Jon Stewart has a history of being pretty damn based. If you don't remember, he made some really, really good comments about the 9/11 victims and, the funding that they were not getting. So I'm excited to hear this. He's been quiet for a while, and I'm pretty excited to hear what he has to say.
So ain't this a bitch?
Yeah.
Ain't this a bitch?
Yep.
America's heroes who fought in our wars outside sweating their asses off with oxygen, battling all kinds of ailments, while these motherfuckers sit in the air conditioning, walled off from any of it. They don't have to hear it. They don't have to see it. They don't have to understand that these are human beings. Do you get it yet? Do we see that these aren't heroes? These are men and women, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers.
I like that he said these are not heroes. I haven't watched this yet. I really like that line. Because calling them heroes, unfortunately, it's a negative now. Because you call somebody a hero and that's enough, right? Well, we called them a hero. What more do you want, man? Well, come on. We called them heroes. Come on. Like we did that shit during COVID with all the frontline workers. Oh, they're heroes. They're all heroes, right? And with nurses, they're all heroes. The nurses are heroes. Okay, where's like my hero pay? where's my paycheck? I'm still working paycheck to fucking paycheck, dude. I'm working 12-hour shifts 5 days a week. This shit sucks. Like, you can call me a hero all day, but that ain't gonna pay the bills, man.
That we just let stand
so I like that
outside
line.
in the heat when they can't breathe.
Is this loud enough?
I'm going to read you something. This is beautiful. I'm going to read you something beautiful. You know what? I said a curse word and I'm sorry about that. That was my fault. Let me say something beautiful.
Curse more, actually.
It's a tweet from Senator Rick Scott of Florida from yesterday.
Listen, curse more. Trump cursed plenty. And people love that shit. Curse more, man. You're not cursing enough, in my opinion.
Beautiful. And I'm sorry about the cursing. And let me say something beautiful to make it up to you. I was honored to join the USO today and make care packages for our brave military members in gratitude of their sacrifice and service to our nation. And there's a beautiful picture. I wish you could see it. He's standing with a little package. Did you get the package? I think it has M&Ms in it and some cookies. Didn't get it. And some moist towelettes. I don't even know, honestly, I don't even know what to say. I've been coming down here 10, 15 years. I'm used to the hypocrisy. Christina Keene will tell you from VFW. She
I know, right?
sat in the
CF
office
Chariots
with
is
Mitch
great.
McConnell,
CFC Hearts.
and a war veteran from Kentucky, and he looked that man in the eyes and he said, we'll get it done. And he lied to him. Because Mitch McConnell yesterday flipped. I'm used to the lies. I'm used to the hypocrisy. Senator Pat Toomey won't take a meeting with the veterans groups.
Ooh.
Sends out his chief of staff. I'm used to the cowardice. I've been here a long time. Senate's where accountability goes to die. These people don't care. They're never losing their jobs. They're never losing their health care. Pat Toomey didn't lose his job. He's walking away. God knows what kind of pot of gold he's stepping into to lobby this guy.
You know what? Some CFC Hearts, sometimes it does feel like we're screaming into an empty void, and it's thanks to motherfuckers like you, okay, who don't want to do anything about our goddamn country's problems. Just saying.
Government to shit on more people. I'm used to all of it, but I am not used to
Oh, did Tina trigger him yesterday? I'm sorry, buddy. I'll lighten up a little bit. You're probably still reeling from that.
cruelty. They passed it. June 16th, they passed the PACT Act. 84-14. You don't even see those scores in the Senate anymore. They passed it. Every one of these individuals that has been fighting for years, standing on the shoulders of Vietnam veterans who have been fighting for years, standing on the shoulders of Persian Gulf War veterans fighting for years, Desert Storm veterans, to just get the health care and benefits that they earned from their service. And I don't care if they were fighting for our freedom. I don't care if they were fighting for the flag. I don't care if they were fighting because they wanted to get out of a drug treatment center or it was jail or the army. I don't give a shit. They lived up to their oath. And yesterday, they spit on it in abject cruelty. These people thought they could finally breathe. You think their struggles end because the PACT Act passes? All it means is they don't have to decide between their cancer drugs and their house. Their struggle continues.
This bill does a lot more than just give us health care.
Gives them health care, gives them benefits, lets them live.
Keeps veterans from going homeless. Keeps veterans from...
Now, wait, I'm confused. I thought the PACT Act didn't pass. Why are they saying it did? I'm confused. It passed the House, not the Senate? But he's saying it passed the House, or the Senate, I think. Isn't he? It was the Senate that shot it down? Okay.
Becoming addicts keeps veterans from committing suicide.
Maybe I'm just getting it mixed up.
Senator Toomey's not going to hear that because he won't sit down with this man. Because he is a fucking coward.
Yeah.
A coward.
That's what I like.
And like I say, I'm used to it. But this type of cruelty on those that we say we hold up as our most valued Americans, then what are we?
It's true.
Pat Toomey stood up there. Patriot Pat Toomey, excuse me. I'm sorry. I want to give...
He's got a very salient point there, and he didn't mean it this way, but think about it. When all you see everywhere that you go is respect the troops, respect the flag, respect the troops, American flag, respect the troops, whatever. The good old boys that go across the sea and defend our whatever bullshit, our McDonald's, right? If that's all you're seeing, if that's all you're being fed is good about our country, and we can't even provide for the motherfuckers that are doing that for us, what do we have? What do we have at that point? You know? At least through the troops, there's some vague, crumbling semblance of national pride, right? Of living for something, of being proud of something. And we can't even take care of those people. Like, that's insane. Republicans should be spitting right now at their representatives. Like, how fucking dare you, dude? How dare you do this to the troops? Are you kidding me? The people who are fighting for our freedom, if that's what you believe, right? How dare you? This is disgusting. Straight up. And John Stewart, sorry. I'm so used to seeing John Oliver everywhere. John Stewart's a little bit of a lib, okay? I don't think at the end of the day that he would align with a lot of leftist shit. But this is how the average American should be reacting to this. If this were our baseline, we'd be so much farther along. Okay? This is how I want to see the average American reacting to this, regardless of your political affiliation. I think this is really good, and I hope we see more of it.
Give him his propers. I want to make sure that I give him his propers.
Now, John Oliver's way more based,
Patriot
in my
Pat
opinion.
Toomey stood on the floor and said, this is a slush fund. They're going to use $400 billion to spend
Heard that one.
whatever they want. That's nonsense. I call bullshit. This isn't a slush fund. You know what's a slush fund? The OCO, the Overseas Contingency Operations Fund, $60 billion, $70 billion every year on top of $500 billion, $600 billion, $700 billion of a defense budget. That's a slush fund, unaccountable, no guardrails. Did Pat Toomey stand up and say, this is irresponsible, the guardrails? No, not one of them did. They vote for it year after year after year. You don't support the troops, you support the war machine. That's all
Straight
you
up.
care about.
He personally signed the document
And he's right to say
to
it.
send me to war.
Boy, they haven't met a war they won't sign up for, and they haven't met a veteran they won't screw over. What the fuck are we?
Barbaric. It's barbaric.
And now they're going to go away. Pat Toomey says, I've got veterans groups behind me. I call bullshit. These are the veterans groups. VFW, American Legion, IAVA, Wounded Warriors, DAV, AMVETS. They're all here. This is the veterans community, Senator. They don't stand behind you. In fact, you won't let them stand in front of you.
True.
Cowards, all of them. Cowards, all of them. And now they say, well, this will get done maybe on the after we get back from our summer recess, maybe during the lame duck, because they're on Senate time. Do you understand? You live around here. Senate time is ridiculous. These motherfuckers live to 200. They're tortoises. They live forever, and they never lose their jobs, and they never lose their benefits,
true.
and they never lose all those things. Well, they're not on Senate time. They're on human time.
It's a very good
Cancer
line.
time. Don't you have families? Don't you have people who are deciding how
Mitch
to live
McConnell's
their
literally a
last
tortoise.
moments? I know some of them. They've been down here advocating with us. They spent their remaining time advocating so that other soldiers didn't have to face the indignities and the depravity and the desperation that they faced. And none of them will hear it. And none of them care. Except to tweet. Boy, they'll tweet it. Can't wait to see what they come up with on Veterans Day, on Memorial Day. Well, this is the reality of it. I honestly don't even know what to say anymore, but we need your help because we're not leaving. These people cannot go.
Good.
I don't know if you know this. You know, obviously I'm not a military expert. I didn't serve in the military, but from what I understand, you're not allowed to just leave your post when the mission isn't completed. Apparently
Oh,
you take
yeah.
an oath.
It's true.
You swear an oath, and you can't leave. But these folks can leave because they're on Senate time.
I think that was tongue
Go
in
ahead,
cheek, Alex.
Go home, spend time with your families, because these people can't do it anymore. So they can't leave until this gets done. Because these people will not give up, they will not give in, and they will not relent. This is an embarrassment to the Senate, to the country, to the founders, and all that they profess to hold dear. And if this is America first, then America is fucked.
True. And he's right to say it. Good shit. Good shit from my man, John Stewart. Very good shit. That's great. That's awesome. I thought that, I thought that was a very well worded message. That's true. All of it. If we can't take care of the veterans, what else do we fucking have besides our McDonald's and our Walmart? Like that's all we got left, man. That's our entire fucking identity. So if we can't do the bare ass fucking minimum and take care of them, do you really think they're going to give a fuck about you? Like, no shot. If they won't pass this shit, you don't have a chance in fucking hell of getting any kind of financial relief, let alone getting your medical bills covered. Yeah, no, not happening. Okay. So yeah, Jon Stewart was completely correct to say it in exactly the way that he did. It was fantastic. And I hope that more people come out like that. That's awesome. Jon Stewart, like I said, has a history of being pretty based in situations like this. I don't know his exact politics. He's probably a liberal, but at this point, I'll take whatever the fuck I can get. So very well worded. Yeah, fuck the Republicans. Fuck them. There's no excuse for this. There's zero excuse for this. Of all the groups of people, even before the goddamn babies, I would expect them to protect the people who are going to steal oil for them, right? Like, straight up. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I hope that more people get upset with them. I hope that people within their own base get upset with them, and maybe they start opening their eyes. I've seen Republicans lately starting to open their eyes and be like, this is, what the fuck? Like, Republican voters being like, this is ridiculous. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? Which is awesome. I want to see more of that.